Everybody in the room?
So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. I love seeing all of you. Satnam. So this is Recalibrating the Brain. It's going to be a presentation by Mukta, and then we're going to do some Kundalini yoga together. So I'm Emily. I work with SuperHealth, and I have with me Mukta, Director of SuperHealth, and Mahtab. And so, yeah, we're all going to introduce ourselves. Yes, this will be recorded. So we're all going to introduce ourselves. You can just come on in, say your name and your location. So we're going to go quickly. So about 10 seconds a person.
I'm Kamal Jot. I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico, USA.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm Kowan Kar. I'm in Espanola.
Thanks for coming, Satnam.
Thank you, Satnam.
Haridas Kar, Portland, Oregon.
Hey, Haridas. Satnam.
Well represented.
Hi, Kar, Germantown, Maryland.
Maryland, Waigadu.
I'm Mary Mullins, Centerville, Massachusetts.
Awesome.
Mary.
Welcome.
Hi, Mukta.
From yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm Carola from Germany and Bavaria.
Oh, welcome.
I'm Rasha Badkar from Italy.
Welcome.
I'm Tajanga Angatkor from Italy.
Right.
Satnam, this is Guru Karamkar from Barcelona.
Dr. Bruno. Satnam, our dear from Barcelona.
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm originally from France, but I live in Dallas now.
Satnam.
Hi, I'm Sharona from Great Neck, New York.
New York.
Hi, Satnam. I'm Adriana from Cali, Colombia.
Good. Welcome.
Satnam, I'm Azmina from Vancouver, Canada, and I was at your workshop yesterday. Thank you very much.
Yes,
That was amazing.
Satnam, welcome.
Satnam, sono Imma, Italia, Napoli.
Oh, wonderful.
Hello.
Hi, Armanda from Bethesda, Maryland.
Yes, beautiful, Amanda.
Hi, I'm Manjiva. I'm living in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Santok Singh from Verona, Italy.
Hi.
Oh, nice to see you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Magdalena. I'm from Poland, but currently living in London, UK.
Thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello, I am from Greece, Vasiliki.
Oh, wonderful.
Welcome. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Europe is well represented.
Hello, I am Nicoleta from Athens.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Satnam, Gyandev Thakur from Athens, Greece.
Welcome, Satnam.
Hello, I'm Helen from Athens, Greece.
Hi, Helen. Thanks for being here.
Hi, I'm Helen from London.
Helen. Our dear friend.
Hi, I'm Barbara from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, Barb.
I know you.
Last workshop.
Yeah, our friend from Solstice.
I'm wondering what happened yesterday. I didn't know if I heard about that workshop.
Yesterday was a KRI forum on research and therapy.
Okay.
So we spent a lot of time together. The people that attended that, it was
I
very
didn't hear about that. Yeah.
very inspiring.
Great.
Well, you see now, you'll be connected with us, and we usually send out notices of invitation to all these kind of things.
I have been getting some SuperHealth information, but I didn't get that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was yesterday, but you'll know about next time.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else?
I'm Anant today from Northern California.
Hi there.
Hi, long time no see.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, I'm Belen. I'm in France, but I'm Spanish.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Satnam,
Hello.
everyone. Nam Hari here from Annapolis, Maryland.
Hi, Namhari.
Hi, Namhari. Welcome.
Thanks.
Hello.
Satnam, I am Jessica. I am from Peru, but I live in Florida, United States.
Hey, glad that you're here.
I'm Anastasia from Athens.
Where are you from?
From Athens.
Oh, wow, Greece.
Hello, I'm Nina and I'm from Finland,
Finland.
Northern Europe.
Great. Many places all over.
Satnam, Anna Karin from Sweden.
Hey, Anna Karen.
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
On time.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from Berlin.
Everyone, Heidi here from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, okay.
Hey, Heidi.
Satnam, Prince Juan, Long Island.
Okay, so anybody else we left out?
This is Jesse Whitaker from currently New Mexico.
Welcome. Glad that you made it.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
so,
John.
Hi, John.
Hello. I'm John from Naturally Yoga in New Jersey. Mukta, nice to see you again.
Well, glad that you're here. Okay, welcome. We're so happy that we're all here together on a Sunday morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Okay, so we have a lot to cover and also to give an experience, not just talking, but actually an experience of Kundalini Yoga meditation, right? So let us just tune in. Our right hand is our positive polarity, placed together with the left hand, which is your negative polarity. This is a balancing mechanism at the heart center, has a very calming, neutralizing effect on the body. So the mantra to tune into the teacher within, that ultimately each one of us are our own teachers. And this just helps us to neutralize ourselves enough to hear that neutral voice of intuition. The mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Right? Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. So if you want to mute your sound, you could chant. If this is new to you, you could just listen, right? You don't feel like you have to do anything but just listen. Okay, close your eyes, spine straight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Adgade Name, Jagadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Guru Dev Name, Adgade Name, Jagadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Guru Dev Name, Adgade Name, Jagadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Guru Dev Name. Satnam. Okay, so officially welcome to the Recalibrate the Brain workshop of SuperHealth. So what does actually this mean? And let's trace it all the way back. Okay, why does the brain need to be recalibrated in the first place? We're born perfect. These infants are intuitively sensitive and are absolutely perfect. They're coming as a creature from God. And so they are perfect the way they are. But then things happen that get us, our brain wired into our belief system about certain things. If we get hurt, if we're in pain, if we get disappointed, if we put our trust in something that doesn't deserve to be trusted, all these kind of situations that come up in life set our brain, our belief system in a particular way. Our belief system and how we feel about ourselves, our belief system in our relationship to our parents or our guardians, and our belief system about the world at large. Is the world a trusting place, or is the world scary that I can't trust it? And so all these things set our brains in a particular way of imprinting. Think of it as like a screen. You see a movie screen and it's clear. I could see it properly. But then if you go behind that screen and you start playing around with the wires and you look back at that screen, it's no longer clear. It's all snowy, you can't see. But then if you go back and you rewire it, oh, okay, it's clear. So think of it, what we're going to do is like that today. Anything that you're dealing with, and only you know who that is. We're not going to talk about it. You know what you're dealing with. And so if there's something that needs a different concept, a different outlook on your part, something that you've been thinking about that you want to change, this is the opportunity. Through yoga, through meditation, we can rewire so that you could see the snow goes away and you could see clearly, so that you're functioning at your optimum level, at your highest level. So yes, things are going to still happen in life. Things are still going to be disappointing or challenging or whatever the situation is. But what we're going to develop is certain tools in our toolkit that we could deal with it. We could counter it. So it's not so devastating. Otherwise, it's like being pulled by the undertow. We're not subject to that. We have tools that we could use that's accessible to us, that we can reprogram that. All right. So let me ask you a question. All right. So if we could think about in 1920, there was a great psychic or a seer. He was a very, very wise man. His name was Edgar Cayce in the 1920s. And he said that, what do you think in 1920, he said would be the medicine of the future? All right. So if we could just see everyone, anything come to your mind? What comes to your mind? In
Meditation.
What was it?
Meditation?
No, not meditation, although that's nice.
Antibiotics.
No, that's very nice, but no.
Breathing, the breath.
No, lovely, but no.
Didn't he talk about the dreams a lot? He focused on dreams.
Okay, no. For lack of time, he said the medicine of the future will be sound. sound therapy. What is that about? You know that no matter what you're feeling, or if you're working with somebody, no matter what distress they're going through, if you play a particular music that puts you in a certain mood, you know, if you're going to listen to jazz, it's going to put you in one kind of mood. If you listen to romance music, it puts you in another mood. If you listen to country, you're in another mood. As the vibration comes in through the eardrum, this has an effect on your whole brain chemistry. This is how we're wired. We're wired like that. So if you're going to listen to harsh, abrasive sounding music that may be even too loud, all right, that's going to affect your brain in one way. What we're going to do as you repeat a mantra, it's very, very specific. That's going to affect your brain in another way. Your entire brain is controlled by 3 layers of the brain stem. So, for instance, a lot of you practice yoga already. Some of you may know, for those new people, when you sit like this and you sit in neck, you pull neck lock, root lock on the neck, right? Have you heard of that? Your spine is straight, and you sit with your spine straight and your neck back. This pressure opens up this brain area. It stimulates the frontal lobe. There are 2 areas of the body that are underdeveloped, but when fully developed, are going to affect your whole aha moment. I get it. I understand. It's an awareness, a consciousness. So as my neck is stiff and pulled back, right? Let's say I repeat the mantra, HUD, 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 the tip of the tongue and back of the teeth. HUD, HUD, HUD means God. This pulsation opens up your frontal lobe, and then you have that awareness, that awakening. 70% of making any change is just the awareness of it. So when we talk about addictive patterning or changing addictive behavior, all we're doing is you're changing that whole neuron patterning of the brain. So it really has nothing to do with, you know, keep it away from me, or I don't want to be around it, or all these things. Yes, they may be supportive, but ultimately you could say no, 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 you know, just so many times. But until your brain gets affected, until that brain gets that aha moment, a spiritual awakening, then can you really facilitate change. And that's all we're talking about. So the sound helps us to reprogram so that from that snowy screen, it could be clear. All right. So I know we said a lot of things. Let's go into that PowerPoint, and then we're going to practice doing a couple of these things just to make it easier to understand. Okay. All right. So recalibrating the brain. This is SuperHealth. These are according to the teachings of Yogi Bhajan. Okay, stress is killing us. And so when we're under these environments, we're so stressed out. Many times that's when we have to look outside of ourselves for some kind of balance, some kind of relaxation. If we don't have those tools in our toolkit, you may just reach for an alcoholic drink or take something, even food. You're not necessarily hungry, but you reach for all these things just to kind of help us chill. But there are other ways that we can do that that are healthier. Okay, 3, 7, 11. What does this mean? Okay, so according to the teachings, 3 years old. Now I'll use the word drugs, but you could put the drug of choice. All right, if your drug of choice is food, you could insert that. If your drug of choice is gambling or alcohol, whatever it is, all right, you could be a potential user by 3 years old. You could be confirmed into it by 7. These are very young ages. And you could be guaranteed by 11 years old. So what does this mean? What this means is if you every day in 3 years, if a situation, if you're being treated a particular way, if you're being ignored pretty much every day in your household, or you're being rejected, or you're being yelled at, or you're being abused in some way, physically, emotionally, 3 years old, you're pretty well becoming a belief. This is the way it is. By 7, if it continues, 7 years old, every day you're treated like this. I'm slapped, I'm hit, I'm ignored, whatever. It's pretty much that belief is getting imprinted into your psyche. By 11, this is the way it is. This is the way it is. And there's nothing I could really do that could change that, could make any kind of effect. They never ask for my opinion. They never hear what I want to say. They have my whole life planned out for me. I'm supposed to take over the family business. Don't want to take over the family business, but nobody asks my opinion. It could manifest in anything. All right. So what that does is that gets set, like sent into your frontal lobe, your belief system. You'll meet this person later in life. And you'll say, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Who are you? You know, they'll look at you and they think to themselves, you don't know. You don't know. Maybe I put on a mask. Maybe I pretend that I'm not in that emotional pain. And the mask may be smiling. But if you scratch the surface, you'll see a tear. And so we pretend just to get by. And so these belief systems get cemented into our brain. And if we have any that are unhealthy, maybe it turns into a self-hatred. I ultimately hate myself, or it could be change. It could be change. And the most important thing is it's not your fault. It never was your fault. You just happened to be there. Remember, each one of us is born perfect, intuitively sensitive. We're perfect the way we are. The crown is open. But things happen. Like, what's this doing to this boy? All right? It's kind of funny, but it's true. You know, this is how we're growing up. So what's this doing to his brain? He may be using one aspect of his brain a lot more than others. So one side may be very, very highly developed, but there's a whole other side that may be handicapping him eventually. And so, you know, we kind of laugh at this. It's funny, but, you know, is this true? Is this our environment today? For a lot of children, it is. Okay, mantra. So as we use the tip of our tongue and behind the teeth, the upper palate. The mantra is about a rhythm. Let's say the mantra is HUD. Okay, H-A-R, HUD. With the tip of the tongue, put it behind the teeth, HUD. So it's a rhythm, HUD, 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 HUD. It's not all over the place. It's set, HUD, HUD. It's our projection. HUD means God. So we project that. And the pronunciation, the tongue is in back of the teeth. It's not anywhere else. So all these things very specifically are going to have that effect of that. I get it. I understand the awareness, the openness, the consciousness. Okay, so the mantra, think of it as like a dial up to God. So you have a straight path. Think of it as like spiritual DNA. You know, today we're going to hand out all new computers, and you're going to be able to enter any of that data into that computer as you so wish. So anything in the way you believe about something, yourself or somebody else or a situation, you can reprogram that. It's called nod, the sound current, universal code behind the language of communication, reprograms your motherboard. So with your new computer, we're going to be able to reprogram as you so wish. That's supportive of you. Okay, so this is the mouth. So think of that with your tongue. Try this out. Very softly, place your tongue right in back of the teeth, immediately in back. You have 84 meridians, 64 are on the hard palate, right in back of your teeth. So softly place your tongue and just go along that ridge, closest to the teeth. You have 84 total, 64 points there. Okay, so you feel that. Now, go with the tip of the tongue all the way in back. That's called the soft palate. There's another 20 there. That has a different sensation. Can you feel that? Okay, this is not haphazard. This, where your tongue is placed when we repeat the mantra, is going to affect this whole experience. Okay, so let's see the next one. Okay, so it's the movement of the tongue, the sound are going to affect your brain, your glands, your whole chemistry. So this is very, very specific wiring. It's not just any old sound, any old tune. It's very, very precise to give an effect of that awakening. Okay, vibration of mantra stimulates your glands of your brain in the pulsation. HUD, HUD, HUD. This profound effect equals the input of your keyboard of your computer, awakens your connection between your body, your brain. This promotes healing. This can turn arrogance into wisdom, into grace, into kindness. We're changing the wiring to make us improved as we so wish. As we project, this is a roadmap to allow that to happen. So, sophisticated states happen with this process. You can conquer depression, enhance intelligence, intuition, opens power of compassion. Just like this. It's amazing. So Edgar Cayce said sound. In 1920, he was so farsighted, he understood the importance of actually what we're talking about. Psychological clearance of the subconscious mind. Mantra cuts through, we have all these thoughts that haunt us, memories, nightmares, fears, all these things that pull at us, that we wish we didn't have, that we don't know what to do with it. Sometimes people take drugs just to numb themselves or all kinds of stuff, only because what to do, they don't know what to do. There are things to do that are priceless. We don't need the drugs to get, to work through that subconscious clearing of the mind, to be free of that and to exalt the self. Okay, so here's the brain. So the frontal lobe sets our personality. This is our executive functioning. And this must be developed. This is one of two areas that must be developed. Otherwise, we live in survival mode. And one of the main reasons why especially we discourage, especially young children, young teenagers from using some of these hard drugs, and they have no idea what they're doing. But what happens is it affects your frontal lobe, which takes about 22 years to fully develop. But when you have these hard drugs, it stunts the full development of the frontal lobe. Let's say they're 14 years old. And so it regresses them like back into survival mode rather than to exalt the self. And so in simple language, what this means is that, if you'll meet this person later in life and you'll say, 14 years old, why did you do that? And he may answer you, I just felt like it. He's guided by sensuality, by sexuality. That's how he makes decisions. You did it because you just felt like it? He's lost his filter, his ability to weigh the pros and the cons, and then to sit quiet and let the intuition speak, his sense of knowing. He's lost all that. And so that's why, of course, there are many reasons not to do drugs or any of these hard things that are available. But that's one of the main reasons. So the frontal lobe is really important to get developed. The upper palate, remember what we just did with our tongue? Hud, with the tip of the tongue and back of the teeth. Hud. That's the second area. Develops your automatic habits, gets set there. This affects your hypothalamus. So these are two areas of the brain that are very important to get developed. You don't have to think about it. All we have to do is let's together do this chanting, which we will do, okay? So I want to give you that experience. Okay, the mind. The mind has the ability to think of 1,000 thoughts every time we blink. But there's another 1,000. There's another blink. There's another 1,000. The mind is so active, it runs us ragged. We're exhausted just because the mind is all over the place. It gets us into confusion, into duality, into I don't know, I'm not sure, so confused. No. Yes, it's true. The mind is very powerful and can think of 1,000 things every time we blink. But the mind can also be trained, just like a wild horse. A wild horse that's never been harnessed will run rampant. But if you stay with that horse, eventually it will do what you want. It will quiet down. You are the master of that horse. You are the master of your mind, mental self-control. That's what meditation is. It gives us the ability to mentally control. So from those 1,000 thoughts, even if it goes down to 500, It's a lot improved. And eventually 250, eventually 10. But once that mind gets quiet and stilled, that's where the intuition is awakened. Nutrition. Okay, so food, everything affects us, not just the yoga, not just the meditation, not just the breathing, but the food is also going to affect us physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay, so this juice is a carrot juice, 6 ounces of carrot, which is very sweet, 1 ounce of beet, the color of your blood, lemon is excellent and a great alkaline, and ginger is wonderful for stress. It's a delicious drink. You could make it preferably organic if you have a juicer. You could prepare it that way. Otherwise, if you have a Vitamix, it will probably work. But it's a delicious drink. It's called Zest for Life. So there's all these very specific formulas that have particular effects on how we feel and how we heal. Okay, garlic. So this is highly specific. Again, it's a carrot juice, 8 ounces, with just a 1/4 ounce of garlic. This is good for depression. If that's too strong, you could add water and to sip it, not just to gulp these juices down. These are sacred. So to sip it slowly, this is known to take away sadness, negativity, and depression. All right, special formula for the glands. So depending on, what you feel you need or what you're in the mood for, if you need a little pick-me-up, you may want to prepare this. But again, sip it slowly and make sure it's not too strong with the garlic. Sometimes garlic in different areas of the world are more potent than in others. So just be careful and tune into that. It is our blessing to share these practices for daily living, giving a most precious experience and enriching the quality of your life. It is the birthright for all people to be happy and live in peace. This is our prayer. Okay, so what I'd like us to do is just do for a few minutes what we're going to do. I talked about a HUD, H-A-R, right? It means God. With the tip of the tongue, place it in back of the teeth. HUD, 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 HUD. So it almost sounds like a D sound, but it's H-A-R, HUD, HUD. And at the same time, I want you to pull your navel point in. HUD, HUD, HUD. Very, very powerful. Okay, so when you pull the navel point in, this is going to work on all the 72,000 nerve endings, that connection before birth at the navel point. At the navel point. And so as we pull it in, it's going to help release any energy. Like a lot of times anger gets locked there, and different kinds of emotional hang-ups or disabilities get stuck there, right? So let's sit with our spine very straight. You're going to close your eyes, put your neck slightly stiff and back. If you're new to this, go very, very slowly and sit in a chair if you feel comfortable, or you can sit on the floor, right? So now we'll play the music we're just going to do this for 3 minutes, okay? We'll do this together. You could mute your sound. You could do it together. HUD, 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 hut, 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 okay. So, feel a little bit different? Right, and slowly open your eyes. How do you feel? There's so much we can do, but the key is practice. Many times when we're in that situation of feeling depressed or feeling sad, it's the last thing we want. I don't want to sit and take. I don't want to do that. I know I should, but I don't want to. I'm going to the refrigerator instead. And that's a whole other story, because what do we select to eat? So everything is connected the way we are wired. And we could be the best, the excellence of who we are, as long as we're willing to work on that and to allow the practice to evolve us and to elevate us and to raise that level of awareness, consciousness every day. New awareness, new thoughts, new outlook, new relationship even to our creator, that spirituality, that we're humble to something. Gives us a certain grace in life. The one who gives us the breath of life. We're not here to talk about religion, but certainly, yes, the spirit. That there's something greater than myself. You don't have to call it anything. But the proof is the one who gives me the breath of life. who sustains me, who maintains me every moment of the day. To that, I'm grateful. To that, I say thank you. I'm humbled to something. And that gives each one of us that richness of life. That we wake up every morning and we could at least say thank you. Another breath coming in, another breath going out. More oxygen goes to the brain. I'm able to think clearer, to be able to make those executive decisions, weighing the pros, weighing the cons, and just sit, be quiet, and let your intuition speak. All these aspects affect who we are and could help us exalt ourselves. Okay? So I know we said a lot. So take some water. You have water? Take some water. Well, this is your best friend. This and your breath. Okay? So unless somebody has a real burning question, we are going to move around a little bit. Anyone have anything that is immediately on their mind? Okay, good. Good. Okay, so I'm going to introduce back to Emily, and she is going to lead us in this very, very fun Kundalini Yoga set. Emily, please.
Thank you so much, Mukta. So let's all take a 2-minute break really quick and get ready for yoga practice. So set up what you need to set up in your room, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. We all back and ready for yoga? Great. Okay, so I'm Emily. I'm in Charleston, SC, USA, and I'm just so very happy and blessed to be here with you all. We have 52 people in here. Satnam, Vaheguru. So before we start, I wanted to let you know that I love talking to people in the chat and seeing questions and answering yoga questions, but I'm not gonna pay attention to the chat while I'm teaching. And I think we can all just be here now and save questions until afterwards. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay, thank you. So is anyone here new to Kundalini Yoga? Just raise your hand. Awesome. Okay, that's great. Well, you've come to the right place. Anybody else? All right. Okay, I see a couple people who are new. So something we're going to do in this class is breath of fire. It's different than Hatha Yoga breath of fire. If you want to learn Kundalini breath of fire, you're going to open your mouth, put out your tongue, and pant like a dog. And let's see some people do that with me. See how you're pumping from the navel while you're doing this? Good job. Now close your mouth and do the same thing through your nose. That's breath of fire. And it could take a while to learn it. If it's a lot slower than that, that's okay. It's an equal inhale and an equal exhale. Another thing that we're going to do today is Pul Mula Bandha. And what it means, and that's the root lock. It's your lower 3 chakras. What that means to pull root lock is your rectum, your sex organ, and your navel, everything pulled up and in. And that's going to push the Kundalini energy up, which is what we're all here for. So let's start out in cat-cow. So all fours. And just go through cat-cow. Inhale as you open, exhale as you close and round. Inhale, open, exhale, close. And now pausing, come back to neutral spine. Push all the way back for baby pose. Your arms are alongside your body. You can part your knees if it makes it easier to get down there. And breathing. Beautiful, everybody. Coming back up to seated, easy pose. This is a Kriya for balancing the brain. So the first thing we're going to do is your left hand is going to be on top of your left knee. Your right hand next to your face, palm forward. And we're going to be like flicking the wrist and vibrating the head at the same time from the area of your chin to your temple. Not back of the head, not the ear, temple. Chin to your temple. Jerking movements like this, and it's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, relax. 1, 2, 3, relax. 1, 2, 3, relax. And just go for that. And if you have a neck injury or some reason why you shouldn't be doing that with your head, then just do the hand and the wrist. This exercise reduces anger and the trauma of birth. Coming back to stillness, resting the right hand on the right knee, sit tall, close your eyes, breathe, meditate, and integrate. Floating the eyes open. This next one, your arms are going to be out to the sides and your hands are going to be out too. And as one goes up, the other one goes down. Can you see that? One goes up, the other one goes down. All the way out with the palms facing down. Putting your total strength into it. And now release the hand movements, but keep the arms all the way out. Inhale. Holding your breath all the way up at the top. Whole Mula Bandha. And holding. And exhale, release. And sit tall, closing the eyes. It is so amazing to practice with so many people here. Thank you. So for the next one, our hands are in Venus lock, fingers in Venus lock. Does not matter which thumb is on top, like this. And behind your neck. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Move it rapidly. And now hold at the top, inhale. Holding the breath, hold the root lock. Holding, getting tall, 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 pushing up. Exhale, release. Close the eyes, meditate, integrate. Opening the eyes. We're going to reach our hands all the way up to the top like this. And what our hands are going to do is this. All the way up at the top. Beautiful, everybody. Arms up straight, holding tall. Inhale. Hold the root lock. And exhale. Very nice. Next one, our arms are straight in front like this. And our hands are going to go like up, center, down. Center, up, center, down. Center, up, center, down. Center, up, center, down. Intentionally stopping in each place. Not like a wave, but intentionally landing and arriving in each place. Lowering your arms. Now we're gonna, in easy pose, we're going to clasp our hands like this. Venus lock, does not matter which thumb is on top. They're gonna be behind the body. And we're gonna twist left and right. If you're pregnant, don't do torso twisting, but you can just sit here like this and do the stretch. So everybody else twist to the left and to the right.
고빈데 무간데 우다래 아빠래 하리양 가리양 니르나메 아카메
And release, go back to stillness. Very nice, everybody. The next one, it's going to be 3 arm flaps like this. Palms are facing down. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. Once you've got that down, add in breath of fire. People who are pregnant or women on the first 3 days of their cycle are not going to do breath of fire, but do everything else we're doing. And release. And so now come with your hands behind you on the floor, kind of lean back, and picking up your feet, you're going to kick yourself in the butt. It's good for you every once in a while. Does not matter if your feet are not making contact with your body. Any level of the pose is the pose. Just go for it.
우다래 아빠래 하리양 가리양 니르나메 아카메 하라하라하라 고빈데 하라하라하라 무간데 하라하라하라 우다래 하라하라하라 아빠래 하라하라하라 하리양 하라하라하라 가리양 하라하라하라 니르나메 하라하라하라 카메
And sitting back up, coming to stillness, pause, closing the eyes for a moment. an easy pose. We're gonna inhale to the center and exhale as you bring your forehead to your right knee. Inhale to center, exhale forehead to left knee. So it's inhale center, forehead to knee. Inhale center, forehead to knee. Again, does not matter if your forehead is not making contact with the knee. Move it in the direction of your knee. Inhale center, exhale fold.
Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariam, Kariam, Niriname, Akame, Hara 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 Gopinde, Hara 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 Mukande, Hara 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 Udare, Hara 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 Apare, Hara 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 Hariam, Hara 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 Kariam, Hara Hara.
Slowly coming back to center. Inhale. And exhale. For this last part, our hands are together up at the top in prayer. Arms are hugging the ears, really intentionally straight arms here. Thumbs are crossed, doesn't matter which thumb is over. Holding it up, we're going to sing along to a mantra. The mantra is Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru. That's all you need to know. If you don't know it, just copy the sounds, move some energy, and do your best. Ending. And now listen without chanting. Beautiful, everyone. Now, holding your breath up at the top, deep inhale. Hold Mulabandha, the breath block. Up and in. Holding the breath. Stretch tall. Push energy up, up, up. Exhale, release. Closing your eyes. When you sing and pray with an open heart, the prayer becomes your power. Your power becomes ingrained in you, and you become ingrained in the power. When you sing and pray with an open heart, the prayer becomes your power. Your power becomes ingrained in you, and you become ingrained in the power. Then nothing can touch you. And let's lie down for a quick relaxation. You made it. Bringing some energy back into the body, wiggle fingers, tap toes, a little sway from side to side. Cat stretch to the left and cat stretch to the right. And coming all the way up. Thank you all so much for your beautiful, beautiful efforts. It's my favorite thing to see. Thank you for doing it with me, Satnam. And so now we're going to do Q&A with Mukta and myself. So if you have questions about SuperHealth, about the presentation, about the yoga, if you want to comment about your experience with the yoga, go ahead, just come on in.
Just raise your hand in the chat, and then we could see who has a question or comment. How are you feeling?
I have a question. This was wonderful, by the way. Thank you so much. I feel great. If you are dealing with elderly people who wear dentures, how does it affect the vibrations of the tongue and the teeth? Is there a difference? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah. Well, it still has its effect. And, obviously people have different situations and are challenged in different ways, but they could still practice that and it will still have that same pulsation. So I would definitely encourage it if the person is interested in doing it. Yes.
Satnam, thank you so much. Mukta Khalsa, and also Emily for your yoga set. That was amazing. I want to know more about your program that's coming up in New Mexico. I can't remember exactly what dates and that. It's in person and online. And I would love to, if it works out, I'd love to come in person, but I'd like more information about that. And if I'm not able to come in person, and if I need to do it online, so if you can maybe speak on what's involved, if you're doing it online and how the diet and all that works. And if you're coming in person, is that a different price or different fee structure? Just more information on that, if you would, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your interest. You know, the next thing that we have is a weekend course, and that's online, and that is next weekend, actually. And so that's a lot of what we did today, but more hours on Saturday and Sunday. I think it's 5 or 6 hours each of those days. So we go much more into depth with the different topics, you know, much more about food and nutrition, the detox process, the effect of different substances, and even behaviors on the body, on the brain, how it affects us, how the imprinting, the 3711 happens, much more in depth about that. And then more importantly, how to get out of it. So we don't just sit around talking about our ailments, but you know better than anyone what you're dealing with, but as a way to get out of that. There's a small group process, so you more intimately meet other people, even online with the chat groups. And it's a wonderful, wonderful course as a next step. If you liked what you experienced today and you want a little bit more, I would recommend that course next week, the weekend. It's an introduction to SuperHealth. So that's next Saturday and Sunday. And the information is on the website, right? On the website, just see weekend course. Oh, there it is. This stuff works. Okay, so there it is, yogic science, and a lot more practice, meditation. It's a very enriched experience, so I would definitely recommend that as the next thing. The immersion course that you were referring to, that's also going to be on the website. That's in April, and that's hybrid. So that's either in person or online. In person, then you get the whole food experience with that, which that's one thing we can't reproduce in the online, is the whole food element. We talk a lot about it, the healing properties and the different foods and juices and herbs, but we actually serve it to you when you come. So people would say here in Espanola, it's a very healing land. It's an incredible experience. But I would recommend the weekend as the next thing, 2-day experience, and then this one is 6 days. So that's what's coming.
We have a question in the chat. What's the difference between the weekend and the immersion?
Great question. A lot of it is a lot more of the experience. Like what we experienced today, the weekend, next weekend is going to be a lot more, go deeper into the different aspects. You know, each one is so enriched, is so full. So not just to understand the concept, but to actually have the process of it. A lot more with humanology, generational wounding, how these hang-ups that we have, for lack of a better word, these inheritance that we have, the handicaps, challenges. Many times it's not even ours, they're just hand-me-downs. And the more we become aware of it, the more we could let these things go. If we experience that as a realization, wow, I have that, I never thought about that. So it's more in forgiveness and they're brisk walks, but it's not just a walk, let's casually, they're the therapy of it, you know, and swinging the arms and a particular mudra and stepping on the heel. Everything is very specific. It's not haphazard. And having that as part of our program is so much fun. And you could talk about it all you want, but it's only in the experience that really is your value. That's your greatest value, is your experience. So, you know, there's just a whole lot more to say, but we have a limited time. The manuals, you get 2 huge manuals as part of the course. I would recommend this book for anyone, whether you come or not, or whatever you end up doing. This is the first book that I wrote. It's very general, but it has huge impact. You could put this book in anyone's hands and walk out of the room. They will understand it. It's 12 very simple breaths or meditations, 12 nutritional tips, and 12 inspirational quotes. So for anyone who is a beginner, I highly recommend it. If you're a teacher, it's great to teach out of this. The forgiveness meditation is in here. I mean, who's not dealing with some aspect of forgiveness? We all are. It's part of life. But so that's in there. I recommend that you can get that on the website. It's in 8 different languages, so you should check out to see if it's in your language, and certainly English and Spanish.
What does it look like, Mukta?
It looks just like that.
Let me see. Okay.
For addictive behavior. It's on the website if you go to the shop.
Thank you.
Go to the shop, it's in there. So there's a lot of gems in there. So I would definitely recommend. I know a lot of people, either you personally, you know, someone is dealing with alcohol. You know, half the planet drinks alcohol. So it's a lot of recipes, juice blends, particular breath, whatever that was given by Yogi Bhajan to us is what we're giving exactly to you, the exact formulas and recipes as it was given.
And if you're a teacher, you can bet that people are coming to your classes and having these type of issues. They might not be saying it out loud, but they for sure are dealing with things in their life. And that's why they're coming to Kundalini Yoga. And if you have a book like this or the other SuperHealth manual, you know precise ways to help them. And if you start identifying yourself as someone who is safe to talk about mental health or addiction or substances or behaviors, then people will start opening up and letting you know what's going on, and then you can really help them.
The other book that you'll find on the website specifically deals with 4 substances: alcohol, nicotine, recreational marijuana, and cocaine. And so those are specific to those particular substances and really enriched information. So take a look at that.
I have another question. Could you, Mukta or Emily, could you comment on the very prevalent use of medical cannabis right now? It seems that absolutely everybody is on it, and I was wondering if you could speak to that use. I would really appreciate that, Satnam.
Yeah, I could answer that really briefly. That's one of the substances we do talk about at the next week at the intro of the weekend. We get much more in depth with specific substances and its impact on the body, on the brain, and then what foods to take, what remedies, what juices. It's very, very specific with many, many different substances that we go through. But right now, yes, of course, we're aware of medical marijuana. We really don't have a particular position on that. We do work with recreational marijuana because whether it's legal or not legal, there are a lot of legal things that still have a negative impact on your body and your brain that leave you handicapped. And so we just communicate what the effect is of THC on the brain. Like I said, whether it's legal or not, it's still going to have that effect. And so that's what we share with people, and that's what we communicate. So we'll cover that next weekend. So please leave your name and email in the chat. We could stay in touch with you. You know, that's one thing that's so difficult for me is like, you know, we're here all together and then in 1 second we're going to be gone. It's like, wait a minute, don't go. Who are you? So we want to stay connected with you and people that come to us because that's the best part for me is teaching is the people. The people that come, as far as I'm concerned, you're no ordinary person. Each one has a destiny, and I think we're related as siblings of destiny. So it's not by any accident that we're here together and even talking about what we're talking about and working on our awareness. So stay in touch, and there's the different contacts.
Yep, you can follow us on Instagram at the SuperHealth Way, and you can see all the books and all the trainings at the website, super-health.org. And if you want to send a DM on Instagram, I'm the one who's going to answer. So say hey to me there.
Okay.
Thank you. I get my books from Yoga Technology, and you have the one digitally. Can you get the other one digitized somehow and make it into an ebook?
The other book?
Yeah, the other book isn't digital. Only the one that you showed today was digital.
Oh, Healing Addictive Behavior.
Yeah, that one isn't.
And cocaine and so you'd like that in an ebook. Okay.
Yeah, I like everything in the ebooks as much as I
yeah,
can.
I understand. Yeah. But you know, it's interesting because when I wrote the first book, Meditations for Addictive Behavior, the one that we showed you, you know, it's hard writing a book and it's a lot harder than I ever thought. So it just, you know, it takes a lot of focus. And of course it's in English, but the point is not only do you and I have a destiny, but these teachings have a destiny also. Today, that book is like in 8 different languages. You know, I certainly wasn't thinking about trying to get it into Russian or, you know, German or Latvian. I mean, I was just trying to get it out in English. But my point is, these teachings will also go and deliver as they are destined to do beyond you and me. They have a destiny as well. And all we are is blessed to be in a position to have available these teachings and to impart that to people who come to us. So it's just such a blessing, and to have that sanctity and that spirit. That's what this is all about, I think, is just serving our destiny and letting the teachings do what they have to do as well. And this is the time. You know, everything's upside down, so it's needed. Whether you and I are ready for it, you want to do this, it's beyond that. It's like we have a destiny to do it or to do something.
And if you made it into this room, you're part of it. You absolutely are.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Let's conclude with Longtime Sunshine. Sing this song for yourself Sing it for somebody who's very dear to you. And then sing it for somebody who knows not to sing. Sing it for them as well. And just mute yourself and we could sing.
May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time.
Inhale deeply, hold the breath. And with this breath, may we ever remember this breath of life, the one common bond that unites us all, the unity of man. And let the breath go. Inhale deeply, hold the breath, and with this breath, may we learn to add love to anger, generosity to greed, and truth to delusion. And let the breath go. Thank you for coming today and having the opportunity to be together as a family and to work on ourselves. And may we ever live in peace and truth and always be healthy, happy, and holy. Have a very beautiful rest of your day. Satnam.
You can feel free to stick around if you'd like to talk to us after. Love to hear from you.
Yes, meet all our new friends and say hi to some of our old friends. So please come up and look to meet you. Satnam.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Satnam, thank you.
Much love.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Satnam, thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bonsoir. Ci
Ciao.
vediamo. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Vediamo, sì.